tonight, from Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida, it's Week 12 of the NFL on EA Sports. Raiders set to kick off.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And this carries into the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
The first carry down for Dalvin Cook. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Daron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Winston, a good throw here, finding Pascal. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. Jameis to throw it. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Edwards.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards.
And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
29-yard line.
They go play action with Jackson. They'll roll him out right. He's going to take off with it. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
It's another 1st down as they bite off 23 more on that one.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
And on 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Touchdown.
George Kittle, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Niners have taken the early lead.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
This will make it into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their 2nd drive. And the last drive, their 1st drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmaker.
And now off to the races, down the right side. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 55 yards. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Being chased out left. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
At the Niners' 16-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Winston. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Dalvin Cook is running back, the intended target. And it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 6 yards to go.
From the gun, Winston. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Butker's kick here is good. And they are on the board, but but still trailing. It's 7-3. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either way.
Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
K'Lavon Chaisson
Just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Now it's Kamara in the passing game. Finding room at the 30. And finally taken down at the 36-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. And that'll be incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley. And it's second down.
Kareem Jackson on the coverage.
Throwing again. Jackson.
Again, he targets Ridley. This time it's complete.
And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Calvin Ridley, his 25th touchdown, tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes.
And he went all the way into the end zone.
This will make it into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
56 to Mock Boy, 56, check 56.
Winston now to throw on first down. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And into the end zone. Pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Matt Prater lining up for the point after.
Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
28-yard line.
And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out at his current pace. Sure looks well in line for a 1,000-yard season, but some of the older folks watching that remember the 12-game seasons in the NFL probably say, man, it was a lot harder to do that back then.
Yeah, even the 14-game seasons. And, you know, when we talk to those veteran runners, some of those guys who wear gold jackets, right, and appear in Canton, they look at this and go, you know, it's kind of like going to school and taking 5 years.
And the Niners get there and bring him down.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They've got the lead yet again in this ball game with their winning streak right now sitting at 10. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards, the final tally. From the gun, it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. So after completion on first, now 2nd and 10.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. George Kittle with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it's stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
25-yard line.
Back now comes Tampa Bay.
And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
10 at the 36-yard line.
Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Winston. That's into the hands of Pascal. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Play action now. Winston. Sliding out of the pocket. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. For a big guy, Jameis sure can move. Did a nice job there picking up the first down with his legs.
46-yard line.
Working out of the gun. Winston. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
On 2nd down, Winston again. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Nick Bosa in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. 3rd and long for Winston. He'll get this to his running back, Edmonds. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
33 yards is the distance on the punt there. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
On 2nd down, Kamara. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Flush to his right. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys.
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Alan Bailey in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. After the sack on first down, Winston. And this one quickly to Lamb.
To C.D. Lamb.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. He does have the 1 interception, Charles, but I think that's been more than offset by the 3 first-half touchdown passes.
I would agree with you. There is a blemish, but when you've thrown 3 touchdown passes to try and erase it, that's a little bit better than the ratio that all NFL coaches are seeking from their quarterbacks, and he's giving it to them.
They'll take the 3-1
every single time.
That'll be a pickup of 29 yards there. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Flushed out right. Got a man open. It's Ross. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
An eligible receiver downfield. Offense.
Now those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. From the gun, Jackson eluding the pressure right. Open man is Ross, complete. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there for the Niners. 44 yards. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And this offense is running away with this one. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Tyler Lockett trotting onto the field, getting set for this next drive. Looking down at the stats here, realizing he has no catches. They've targeted him twice, but no catches. So how do they get him more involved, Charles?
You make sure he touches it on routes that he likes to run, maybe even run a reverse or some type of a jet sweep so he gets his hands on the ball and get him active and involved in the game. You just try and find ways to get him going, and it doesn't have to be something that's big downfield.
Maybe kind of like in basketball, just a shooter seeing the ball go through, you get him a rep, get him more comfortable.
I agree with that totally. Maybe set that solid screen and give him an easy look.
Well, to this point, no catches. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Throwing again, Winston on 2nd and 10. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
You tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
On third down, Winston. He's going to look deep down the field. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's fourth down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
The Niners take over first and 10. At their own.
Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why. Looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well, their team's not going to win. And right now, he's got his team in the lead.
And now they'll look to extend that lead. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down, escaping the pressure right. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Coverage that time by Deontay Thompson.
It leads to second.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Lamar Jackson, as the first half is winding down, as his guys continue to pour it on.
Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Jameis now on first down. Pass hauled in by the 6'4" tight end Sternberger. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Final play of the half here. Winston. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As we toss it an hour or so, an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3.
Set to kick off.
It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Return. The Niners take over first and 10. At their own.
Out comes Calvin Ridley and the offense for their next drive. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And here's Jackson on the option.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now Jackson on first down. Flushed out right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
49ers.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
Touchdown.
Calvin Ridley, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the 49ers, they're just pouring it on.
Makes the score.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And there is a flag, so a big 2nd down pickup, but will it hold? So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
7.
Jameis to throw it. Open man Lamb, it's complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. Now Rashad Penny. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Here's Winston. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, Winston. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 25 yards, the pickup there, and also a first down. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage. The 2nd and 10 now as we roll along into 3rd quarter from Tampa. To throw again, Jackson. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 14. With that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night. You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we see both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze it throwing the way we should have. I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me.
A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. And the Niners are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1. Give them a gain of, and across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
Touchdown.
Alvin Kamara, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the 49ers continue to roll.
And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the numbers. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs ready to take over once again. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because...
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
A good pickup there, a 22. Jackson from the shotgun. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Not much there, only a yard.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it?
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. George Kittle, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. A drive there of just 4 plays. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Good word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
That, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
And that's called winning at the point of attack, isn't it? Right there at the line of scrimmage. I know he's a little bummed out now. He doesn't get credit for a tackle for a loss, but no gain. His guys will take that.
And speaking of winning, to be as cheesy as we can, he was the winner of the NFC Defensive Player of the Week award from last week, so he's really stringing together some good football.
So not only did he get a gold star, he might have gotten a gold watch too, huh?
34 yards on the return, but for a moment looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Jackson on 1st down. A very quick pass to Ridley. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 15 for the Niners there and a 1st down. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front.
And he's going to take it. Touchdown, San Francisco. Lamar Jackson with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And out of reach. So the lanes continue to be there for Lamar Jackson to run that football. That his 2nd touchdown run of the game.
You know what I would like? I'd like for us to be able to go into a defense's room after playing Lamar Jackson and watch the tape and see how much of a lane was really there and how much he created just through his talent. In any event, Lamar Jackson finds the end zone, doesn't he?
He always seems to, but that's a good point. We sometimes put blame on the defense. Maybe we just need to praise Lamar Jackson a little bit more. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Nick Bosa in there to get him yet again. That is his third sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Winston. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end. Third down here.
Incomplete. It's now third down and 14.
Here's Winston. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
On the return is Cohen. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. And San Francisco gets set to go here. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he's got this down to the 35. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Lamar Jackson, 35 yards. And this offense continues to pour it on. So another score there. Often you talk about the three phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the shotgun, it's Winston. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted just twice and have had plenty of opportunities. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. He is knocking on the door for 100 yards in this ball game.
And it's so important. It doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal. Just short of it, a little bit over. A little bit over feels better to everyone. Offensive line, running back, team totals, just something magical about breaking that barrier.
He's right there on the doorstep now.
Gain of 9. Brings up second.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Jackson rolling to his right. This one caught by Ridley. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. Now a play fake here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. He'll run it, and he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara, and he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 2 yards, good enough for a first. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
Brandon Graham. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Bucs 15-yard line.
On 2nd down at 4, Jackson. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Touchdown.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Prater for the extra point. And the lead will swell by 1 more. And this carries into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game is played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 29.
Working out of the gun. Winston. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Nick Bosa make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And Pascal's got it. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Throwing, Winston. Finds his tight end Ingram. That catch good for only a couple.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
To throw again on 2nd down. Winston. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 8 yards to
the air again with Winston. And that will be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
First down, 49ers.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And going deep for Hill. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big play there for the Niners. 54 yards. And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They run it again with Kamara. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
Gain on the play. Brings up 3rd.
Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more. A little insult to injury here late in the game. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Onside kick is recovered by the Bucs.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for San Francisco, the perfect season remains intact as they move to 11-0 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Mile High to take on the Broncos.